So with Samsung making their Galaxy Z Flip 4 and Z Fold 4, and then Huawei making Mate Fold, and then Oppo, and then everybody jumping into this industry of making flippable and foldable phones, the question is, when will Apple make a flippable or a foldable iPhone? Hey, what's up everybody? So the question is, will Apple ever make a flip iPhone or a fold iPhone? The thing is, in January 2021, Mark Gurman, who is a very authentic leaks generalist, he has told Bloomberg that Apple has begun an early work on developing the foldable iPhone screen. Later this year, Ming-Chi Kuo has mentioned that Apple will not be developing a foldable iPhone at least until 2025. And now there are certain reports that shows that Apple has filed patents for foldable or flexible screen designs as well. So what really is going to happen? Will Apple ever make a flippable iPhone or a foldable iPhone? Now, before we jump to the answer, there are two aspects of making a foldable or a flippable phone that we have to think about. The first one is the hardware complexity, the hinge mechanism, and the whole dynamics of making a foldable screen or a flippable screen. The first gen products, even if you look at the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold or Z Flip, they were full of hinge failures and hinge faults, and there was and there still is a huge crease in the center of Z Fold and in the middle of Z Flip. So there are a few things that you have to cater if you want to really build a good and durable foldable or a flippable phone. The second thing is actually the software complexity. When you're making a foldable phone, then you have to introduce new features in your operating system that can cater to the new screen or to how applications will behave when the screen is folded or it's in the flex mode, which is like a mini laptop mode. So what's really going to happen? Just like, for example, with the Z Flip or the Z Fold, both of these phones, when you put them in a flex mode, then the lower screen is actually your keyboard and the upper screen is your applications. Apple for sure will be able to work really good when it comes to the software thing. So with these two aspects in mind, the software complexity and the hardware complexity, let's jump to the main question. Will Apple ever make a flip iPhone or a fold iPhone? If the rumors of Apple filing for patents regarding the flexible screen designs is true, then Apple is definitely working on something like that. And I believe and I agree with Ming-Chi Kuo that Apple is going to launch a foldable or a flippable iPhone, but not at least till 2024 or 2025. With the scale that Apple works at, Apple is selling millions of iPhones every year. And so Apple cannot really sell an iPhone that has a screen crease in the middle or that has a problem with the hinge mechanism. If you're an Apple hater or an Apple lover, one thing that you have to admit is that Apple literally provides the best quality among all of its competitors. Whether it's a laptop or a phone or a tablet or a computer, Apple just provides the top-notch quality and user experience. So Apple will probably have to put a lot of work into making the user experience and the quality of a foldable or a flippable iPhone. You know, Apple just really can't afford to have 1 million faulty iPhones all around the world. So I think Apple is going to jump into it because the thing is, in the current era of social media, everybody wants to flex harder than the other person. Right now, these flippable or foldable screens are a harder flex than a normal screen. So sooner or later, Apple will have to jump into this industry, but I think not yet. First, Apple will really make it worth it, and then Apple is gonna sell it to people. They will have to think about the price aspect or the cost aspect as well and making it a really good phone. And that's why I think they're gonna take some time, probably 2 years, 3 years. In 2025, maybe they're gonna launch a foldable iPhone or a flippable iPhone, or maybe something that people can even flex harder with than a flippable phone. Oh, and by the way, since we're on the topic of talking about future products by Apple, here is a product that Apple is really working on, and I think this is going to be the best headset that anyone has ever built. All right, I'll see you next time.